Standard 7th, English, Unit 1, Chapter 1.1. Dear students, today we are going to study the lesson Past, Present, Future. So please take your textbook and read this poem twice, and then you watch this video. Children, we seem to consider time as passing in one direction. We can't just forward to the future or revisit our past if we felt like. Time is a ship that never casts anchor, which means time never stops. This is beautifully described in the poem Past, Present, Future, composed by Emily Bronte. So in this poem, the poet asks a child what the past, present, and future looks like to him. In a very innocent manner, the child describes the nature that he associates with each of these time frames. So I'll start explaining one stanza at a time. Now we'll see the first stanza, children. Tell me, smiling child, what the past is like to thee. An autumn evening, soft and mild, with a wind that sighs mournfully. So in this stanza, when the child is asked about the past, what the child does, the child responds in a very smiling manner. And what he says, that the past is like an autumn evening. So children, you know what is autumn? Autumn is a season just before winter, when the trees shed their leaves. So here the child, he has compared the past to the autumn season, where the wind lets out a breath in grief. So what is grief basically, children? Sadness. With a wind that sighs mournfully. Mournfully is also, the child is unhappy. So how is the past for the child? It is something that he remembers with great longing and with a little bit of sadness. So actually, what is the child trying to tell us? That the falling of the trees and the mournful sigh of the wind, what does it convey to us? That the child is unhappy. And why is the child unhappy? Because the past has already gone by and he cannot go back to it. Can we go back to our past? Can we revisit our past once again? No, we cannot. Hence, the child is unhappy. And how is unhappiness portrayed to us? It is compared to a wind that sighs mournfully. So what is the meaning of sigh, children? You know what is the meaning of sigh? When we let out a long breath slowly in order to express sadness. So actually, in the past, the child has had a peaceful life. But the child also gives us a picture that within that peaceful past, the child has also suffered through some hardships. So that's why he compares the past to an autumn evening which is soft and mild, with a wind that sighs mournfully, that makes him sad. And why he's sad? Because he cannot go back to the past. Okay, now we'll see the second stanza. Tell me what is the present hour? A green and flowery spray, where a young bird sits, gathering its power to mount and fly away. So in the second stanza, when the child is asked about the present hour, what does the child say? The child says that the present hour is like the springtime. So what is the springtime, children, basically? A springtime consists of greenery all around and flowers bloom. So the child says that the present hour is like the springtime with greenery and flowers around. So what is a spray, children? A green and flowery spray. So what's a spray? Spray over here, it means a small branch of a tree bearing flowers. So the present hour is like a green and flowery spray. And what happens over here, children? Where a young bird sits gathering its power. So here the child has said that the present hour is like what? It is just like greenery everywhere and flowers all around. And what happens over here? Where a young bird sits on the branch of a tree and it is just learning to fly. You've seen a young bird on the tree? Now when a young bird, okay, when a bird is born, does it fly immediately? No, it takes some time. What it tries to do? It starts out slowly. So same way, this young bird who's sitting on a branch of a tree, it is just learning to fly. So the child, he has compared the present hour to a young bird. So the present for the child is how, children? It is full of possibilities and something that he wants to take chances in. So just like how the young bird gathers its strength and flies away, same way the little child is also gathering his strength and looking forward to head into the world. Now we'll see the third stanza. And what is the future? Happy one. A sea beneath a cloudless sun. A mighty, glorious, dazzling sea, stretching into infinity. So, in the third stanza, what is the poet trying to tell us? So, when the child is asked about the future, what does the child compares the future to? The happy child says that the future is unknown to us. Do we know anything about our future? What's going to happen next? No, we don't know anything about it. So when the child is asked about the future, the happy child says that it is like the unknown vast sea that has stretched far and wide under the cloudless sun. So what's the meaning of cloudless, children? Cloudless means bright. So how is the sun? It is bright. So here the poet, okay, when he asks a question to the child about the future, the child says that the future, it is like the vast sea which is under the bright sun. Can we see the end of the sea, children? No, we cannot see the end of the sea. So that is why the child associates this imagery of the future with the vast sea that never ends. So according to him, the future is magnificent, exciting, and mysterious. And what is he keen on? He is keen on exploring it. So how it is the future? The future is like a mighty, glorious, dazzling sea. And where it stretches, children? Which stretches into infinity. So what is the meaning of infinity? Something that has no end. So our future does not have any end. We don't know anything about our future. So that's why what is the child trying to tell us about his future? That it is stretching into infinity. So children, you all understood all the three stanzas of this poem. So let us just have one revision about all the three stanzas. So in the first stanza, the poet is asking the child about the past. And how is the child compared the past to? To a soft and mild autumn evening. Correct? To a soft and mild autumn evening. And how is the past? It is a pleasant time which has ended. Okay? Now next, what is the present hour? And how is the present hour compared to? It is compared to a green and flowery spring. Where who sits, children? Where a young bird sits. And how is the present? The present is a time which is full of life. A time full of life. In which, what you do? In which you gather strength. What's the meaning of power? Power means strength. A time full of life in which you gather strength. And next, the last stanza is about the future. And what is the future compared to? The future is compared to a sea beneath a cloudless sun. Beneath, what's the meaning of beneath? Under. So a sea under the cloudless sun, under the bright sun. And how is the future, children? It is an exciting, thrilling time which has no end. Okay, so now children, you read the poem once again and then you'll understand it better. Thank you.